All right, Abusia Micha na misanso mu akwa bemle channel so we had so aye be media GH. Abusia efa eye chema wontumi ne court insensem as see am no we kase yade ono an former general manager. Atumi aba bonten aba be testify against ono an boss eye chema wontumi. Yes, now eye Kevin Okobadu Taylor of Air Loud Silence TV. Credit goes to Air Loud Silence TV. Ono up Kevin Taylor aba bonten no cheni semu as see die. Chema wontumi case no yenya afanalize awie. Yes. Se case no yenya afanalize awieti ye hwe animu se na so o hwe animu se judge no ebema eye ne final ruling na chese chema wontumi wakwa kopie mu ewo eye nsawam prison abusia ensema Kevin Okobadu Taylor edit dwa no edoso we die ma me kasa wa pese yekọ na ye chema wontumi ne sema sorry Kevin Okobadu Taylor ne sema edit dwa efa eye chema wontumi ene ne court ruling ene ono ane former eye general manager waba abe testify against eye chema wontumi na de ensem so na eye chema wontumi ne lawyer ne din ede eye lawyer and the appeal kubi de ensem no so ede aba abonte yenko na yete eye Kevin Okobadu Taylor ne ensem do to do chene semu a wo pe party a eye very say emu ehu pa eye MPP party no yenko ne yete ni na message be so wa say wo be subscribe ede ya my notification bell no so for more podcast update eda so aye be media GH yedase
MPP are a very dangerous political party. And as we move as a nation, Utim said they use a lot of people. Oh, the Omodia Branty. And Oma no muti krumo krampo omoso me kokwekua fompo no munimu pose bibi koso. Oma ko bua pata wo mwirem baby. Ano dompre patisha PJ ne to dwene. And you see, sade no mo ye ye ni no, they start all the jandam from the Ashanti region. Makachre mu say MPP so mo be Jimmy almost starting Asante memu makachre Ghana for sa asem we ya mo say meboa every time MPP so mo Jimmy be almost starting Asante memu and you see every time biano omo ya party bia no kra your friend no kra omo nkabi and they always try destroy people, use people and dump them. And something about the MPP from the day you take party no so man dump one so man to antwe no mo ku ato atwene but you see enyansafo na sebio edu pempenso bia MPP yozu omo no omo tumi tena kasa da bi enye saa ne akekere man they all come out and speak truth. No be him said edabi beba ema opsina doye abetena ho akasetia MPP. No be him said edabi beba ema Kennedy Japan and the Kennedy atwene ho afri MPP mu akotena nchen. Edabi beba amende enkwara sebio omo dross endru nan de anim se ba omi abetuma mama mu sika se omo ndi Kennedy atam se ye bia ni tiri so. That is the MPP. That is the Mahamudu Bawumia MPP. Samira Bawumia MPP. That is the MPP and ye nyina ye hu the kind of party omo ye. And komo say brandy with life. All because yenko asantimemu, yenko twatro, yenhihya asem, yenfa jandam ntu nipa bitrim, na yemma nipa bi ndwene say amanfo na sebio. You see, so you Ghana ni na wadwene adwuma, never listen to the MPP because omo agimi. Omo so omo agini, omo nyina no mabodam, and I keep telling you people, me say, una munwurem na ko hu MPP ni, na se ukohu eyeden wo wa. Di nkan ku MPP ni oya santini na se no ku wo no. Me say, una munwurem na hu MPP ni oya santini na hu wo wa. Di nkan mantam MPP ni no, di nkan chichire ni boduam. Ansa na weku wo no because ukoku wo na wombra no na sa MPP ni asantini no okuta MPP flag no okuta bafu or the be wo. The MPP, they are a very dangerous political party. Enti ayana mama to MPP for say any day biano don't give them the opportunity. Omoba wonchen you're very alert. Always make sure nessa omo de wo be di djuma omo be yusu. Now my mention story for we don't have much time. Now story a very important story. Chairman is clocking. Wontumi instructed us to mine in Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve. Edward Ekuokun, former general manager, AkØnta Mining, tells court. Chairman Wontumi ankasa the former manager no hwe AkØnta Mining so nyina. Your friend Edward Ekuokun and the occupy court Tano Nimiri case na court criminal case Wontumi gina ho court no. Now I'm going to court no and Chairman Wontumi ankasa general manager no hwe AkØnta mine nso nyina no. O say or come a court at ase. Omu wura forest ni mu no. Omu ko this gold. Omu ko say nsuo. Eko boom in nua. Ese Ghana nsase no Chairman Wontumi na instruct omu se omu koye. We nka osan kende ya judge ni try judgment ni koye nim. Edian biem pa na yepese yete efa eye sa galamsey case we hu edian biem na yepese yete wo court edian biem na yepese yete nipa na oye AkØnta mine general manager no o say omura nimrim forest no na enye ono na instruct you Chairman Wontumi na friend ka say monfa excavators ni wuram mumbundua muntu amena munse koko munse nsuo o say Chairman Wontumi and instruct Bronica say instructor bro fumu yaka say instructor ni twimu ya say oshew say your way instruct. It is similar to forcing you because when you are instructed you have less opinion to say no. So every time you are being instructed, anything I call sojamua, you are given instructions. That means you obey before you complain. It is like I say, you have been instructed. It means you are being what? You are being forced in quotes to take care of a business. It was say, you foresee omo instruct you omo Chairman Wontumi catch omo so omo mbu de enquire ngu. Inti yet ya se ade na yeje e wo court. Ade na yeje wo court. Ade na the see ye wo court ye waste time. Nipa na hwa AkØnta mine and say judge papa we na ka say yenko bunsuo yenko bunnua yenko sensuo yentu judge yenwie ne yenko fie yetete court yeden yetete court yeden. Judge, with all due respect Mr. Judge, what are we doing in court now? What are we doing? Akwana na ejuma no ode na hweso nyina no o si boga ene ma instructions ene de excavators ni wura nim ene sensuo ene tu gala ene budan ejeje ya bibia yesi case nko se nde ne o kire ya judge to be judgment ni ko yenim because I'm penny way we are just wasting time on Chairman Wontumi. We are just wasting time on Chairman Wontumi. And I believe, say, with all due respect to the judge, he or she should not push this case again. It's done. Ya can we see? Show na see. Chuck Norris moving na ende. Bruce Lee ada. Ye wie ade biem pa na ya petie. De ne pese etie de say, why na ma to me ma obi ko wura asase ne so. Nipa na ko wura asase o se Chairman Wontumi na ma ne to me. Se se ayetete ha ye den. Bebraya ye ka nyina ye hwan na ma hwan kwan ma ne ko ye saa ewudisem no eno ano no hwan na ma instructions no ma ewudisem no course so nipa na okodi ewudisem no o say ma abrantie we friend Chairman Wontumi ono ne ka say ye nkoye asemasa long story bi eni ho we ngidwamu bi enim ena ye kwa aba ena your honor ena excuse me your honor ena lawyer Nkutagine your honor we are simple.
My lord, it's me. Sorry my lord, it's I. It's I, lawyer Nkutagine. Please, my lord, can you give me a time I explaining things to you? The case is old case. It's 1978, 28th century, the case. But it's not now the case. Thank you, my lord. Yes, please, my lord. My lord, it's me. Sorry, my lord, it's I. It's I, lawyer Nkutagine. Please, my lord, can you give me a time I explaining things to you? The case is old case. It's 1978, 28th century, the case. But it's not now the case. Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, my lord. Yes, my lord. It's an old case. This case is a finished case, my lord. Nkutagine has said it. Long be enim from your Satura court, they pass ma kupeneti. Yeah, call by my lord. Thank you. Please, can you do this? Can you change this document? Nina bro for ye kenya nina ne asamba ku die peti. One na me kotu eye de asa. My lord. The court ye ko ba nyina ye hwehwe tai ye yi nche ye hwehwe kasok ni nyina no na ye pass ba ku de tie my lord. One de ko bu nnua no. One de kotu asase no. One day we are sitting my man quite so my lord and a demuno and my lord. Wait, so a plan bang. My lord, into me coffee me co chow. And I say, me come myself never poor people, my lord. Branebe bomb me cat, where ye do that. My lord, kono kotometia, me we are. So wouldn't me just say, my lord, where is to see a aqua me rapper. My lord, Alpha, we are clocking. My lord, we are still clocking. You don't have to do too much, my lord. The finality has been finalized, my lord. Let us clock by this week. Clock it. Alaji, we are clocking. We have clocked it. This is a simple clocking. We did a bien, my lord. Let's not waste time and money on this. Long bien, the Lotto doctor is a good Samaritan, my lord. My lord, he is a good Samaritan. That's why he has given my own numbers. What are they? 3, 32, 64. You must be joking. 25, 17, 10. Sure, banker. My lord. You are. Let's not stress about this. My lord. We will clock. We are clocking. Now you say we are another courtroom. Another court. I can't crave upon. Hey, you're just 12 minutes to close. Ghana National Association of Teachers, AkØnta, and I want to stress a little bit on it. And I agree with them to some points. Start reading on here. The Ghana National Association of Teachers has raised concerns over what it describes as insufficient budgetary allocation to basic education. President Prosper Techi, speaking after the association's National Council meeting at Ejiso Abankro, called for increased investment and the establishment of a dedicated fund for basic education. And let's go listen to the president of Ghana National Association of Teachers.
Council again has observed with great concern the inadequate budgetary allocation to the basic education level within the Ministry of Education. The truth is that in the year 2026, only 990,500,000 Ghana cedis. I'm picking the figure again. In the year 2026, that is this year, if you look at the budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Education, only 990 million Ghana cedis, 990,500,000 Ghana cedis, representing 9.31% of the entire education budget, was allocated to the basic education. And we think this is woefully inadequate, in as much as we are concentrating on the senior high schools, which we applaud government for. We think that it is time to shift its attention to the basic schools. At least that is the foundation, and we need to lay a good foundation for the future, or for the senior high schools. And that is why we are calling on government that it is obvious that quality public education is not possible without adequate funding. Hence, Council urgently calls on government to increase the allocation to the basic level and the institutions of a dedicated fund for public basic education.
I support the Ghana National Association of Teachers. In fact, I believe that the amount of money you allocated to a year, the education ministry, when it comes to basic education, honestly, I believe it's not enough. If we want to get a free SHS or second cycle education, the basics should be the best. And NDC is known for paying more attention to the basic schools and our basic education. And I believe, I support what Ghana National Association of Teachers are saying. In fact, we need to have a dedicated fund for basic education. The way you want a dedicated fund for health, you want a dedicated fund for energy. We should be able to, at least for basic education, we should have a dedicated fund there. This is for infrastructure, it's for expansion, it's for making sure the Enquarana Omunyendru SS, they will get the necessary materials. Because if we are not able to prepare these young kids at the basic level, you do SSI, they become a waste of time. And for every senior high school and second cycle education to work or become successful, no, you need a stronger basic education. I believe, say, what National Association of Teachers are saying, no, it is very true and it's on point. The government should listen to them. It's very important because and they are not saying, say, the government isn't trying or the government isn't bringing money, but they are saying it is not enough. The kind of work we need to do, the kind of a core basic education, we all believe, we all understand, they say it needs to be a lot. The attention we are giving to second cycle education, it is good, it is great, but it is looking like we are neglecting the basic education. And in Kurano, class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, JSS 1, 2, 3. That's all when you have fundamentals in the writer. The SS is going to be tough because Akroma free SS, not JSS, not on to me ready. On to me Troye, comprehension on to me, yeah, on to me, and your BBR and your math, or do SSR, or better school can do it. So we need to pay more attention to the basic schools or basic education. So I believe, say, the government, the finance ministry, the education ministry, you guys should sit and meet at a point. We need to at least a fund for basic education, a fund, a photobia, a waha, and kwara omoko from nursery to a year JSS 3 no I was say you to me am I niko in this era no we are not even supposed to have any basic education and kwara at school dimo asay and this say in schools and a tree and this say enkwara no lack a desk materials to learn. Teachers are supposed to be accommodated well in the basic education level because a whole and a bibia let me tell you, second cycle education, it is basically to go chew and pour. But when it comes to basic, it is not chew and pour. When it comes to basic, they are now beginning to learn new things. They are now being introduced to grammar. They are being introduced to writing. They are being introduced to how to write, to express themselves. They are being introduced to arithmetic, math, how to do calculation. They are being introduced to new things. So from the beginning, so when you're right, now say more basic, I understand it. You're more yet. That's almost that liner. SS will be a waste of time because if you don't have the basics, you cannot read and understand. We need to pay more attention to a basic education, and I agree with the National Association of Teachers. With this, I agree with them, and I expect the government, Mr. President, the Education Minister, the Finance Minister. This is something we need to pay attention to in the next budget. Let's try and move things around a little bit, and if even a fund in the and then multi-million-dollar companies can put something in it, and we can at least allocate some of our revenue into that fund to help sustain and protect young people who are basic level. It will help us. So I support the Ghana National Association of Teachers on this matter. We need to all speak on this matter. We need to put our voices in there. This is not political. This is not about NDC, NPP. This is about we helping building the foundation of our children. Because say a young Korano foundation at the primary JSS level, I'm telling you, the no SS in your waste. You want Kora and the more SS I want to meet myself. You want Kora or SS they cannot express themselves because they did not get the basics right. So let us all try and get the basics right. So please, this plea from the Ghana National Association of Teachers, we should not play with it. We should pay attention to it. And I hope, I believe, and because I know the finance minister is an intelligent guy, I understand what I'm talking about when it comes to basic education. The budget that is coming, they should try and create a little room for basic education. If it's a fund we have to put together, let us try and do that. Now, the next thing they spoke about, something we call the Ghana National Association of Teachers is calling for an extension of maternity leave for female teachers from 3 months to at least 4 months. Now, President Prosper Techi, speaking after the association's National Council meeting at Ejiso Bankro, said the demand forms part of broader concerns over conditions of service and investment in basic education. Ghana National Association of Teachers, the annual meeting, Adzamba ko masade tudwa and say, Omo pese sebio ema omo ye teacher for omo kowa de bia omunya 3-month leave no. In fact, anka ye 4 months anka omo pe. In fact, this is also laudable. In fact, to be very fair, oko baby to Canada, okowa you can get a year leave. Yeah, a year. You get 6 months paid and 6 months not paid. You see, so if some places are able to do a year, because carrying a kid for 9 months, remember, the most difficult part is the first 5 to 6 months of making sure Akroma be nipa. So we have to also really look, especially some people get help from their husbands. Some people get help from if they have money, babysitters and all that. In Ghana, it is not like that. Obana Sebio wakochim anase wanyem 9 months awawono. It becomes a full-time job for Obano to make sure Akroma wati. Akroma be nipa. So we need to at least consider the kind of burden yamba and film, especially in Ghana, when
Abusia Kevin Taylor and I attending Kase Odessa and Semno Tuja Ediamaya Enye Asam Ketwakra Chairman Wontumi Nen time aso na wiye aba asisia court no e de final ruling e ba be ba bonti a enye easy cry yebra mase some jepe ne kokoti sa ensem we e de mai aha gossip politics TV so meda mase